Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 10th episode of Tate no Yuusha no Nariagari, or the Rising of the Shield Hero. Now, last episode we met a new character named Melty. She seems pretty nice. The only downside to her is that she's related to the worst character in the show. You know, it's a bit of a downside, and that's kind of was a bit of a deal breaker for Naofumi, who, upon finding out about that, was like, you know what, I think we're done here, Melty. Shoo, I'm gonna go do my own thing, you go do your own thing. I think we're done here. And that was kind of his reaction to that. So yeah, I'm kind of curious where we're going to go from here, so let's just go do it and find out. 3, 2, 1, play. The Rising of the Shield Hero. We also found out that Motoyasu wants her pet bird. So that's a thing. Now that I think about it, doesn't Motoyasu have like a full-on party? It feels like we never see them. Like it's just him and Multi. Maybe I just like tune them out in my head because they're kind of background characters, but I feel like we haven't seen them much. I do notice that we see Melty with the Queen in the opening, so. And that makes sense. Clearly, Balti is considered the problem child. Playing right off from this. Yeah, Melty didn't do anything wrong, but. Yeah. It's gonna take a little bit to get through to Naofumi. Yeah, they were besties, so that's unfortunate. Okay, so we get to see what this is about. Okay, so that was specifically what she was here for. But, you know, I got all this paperwork and stuff to do. Okay, well, let's see what she goes from here. Yeah, you were a little bit harsh to her. She did nothing wrong. You're just mad at her blood, basically. Don't say that. That's not cool. She hasn't. She's good. That's so sad to watch. Don't look at me like that, Philo, you're gonna make me cry. Yes, that would be the reason why. He's had bad experiences with pretty much all the royalty, one in particular, but the king hasn't been great to him either, so. The queen seems like she might be cool, though, from what we've seen. So, hashtag not all royalty might be fitting here. What do they want? So, oh yeah, I forgot about the guard wanting to talk to him about something. Yeah, not in the best mood, just tell me what you want. Oh, okay. I guess that's fine. They know a true hero when they see one. But will he be up for it? They want to do it with you, though. Exactly. Okay. Yeah, it makes sense. We kind of talked about this. He made a big difference there. A lot of people appreciated it, so... the tail wagging. He's so happy to see people being that way towards him. Wow, now Fumi, really? Now Fumi. Not a very trusting person. Yeah, it's a little much now, Fumi. But, you know, make money when you can. Well then, level 38's getting there. Cool. Yeah, I suppose a hero probably have an easier time with that sort of thing. It's a big decision. He's lower level than both Philo and Raftalia, which is kind of funny. But not surprising. Good girl, Raftalia. I guess. Supposedly. That's some pretty sound reasoning. Eventually, I don't remember exactly what kind of life he had before this, but it was definitely less dangerous. I watch a lot of isekai anime, so I kind of get the jumbled in my head which past life belongs to who. Wow. Well then. Yeah. That is such a high price. Weren't expecting that, were you? You could have just said that before instead of playing these games. Yeah, because that makes sense, you know. Why would you want to help out the hero that's supposed to help save your world? I mean, that's just silly. Well, I'll take my money back then. So now what's back here? No, we're not. Don't be ridiculous. We're not gonna sell you. As always, this is where we go when we need something. Oh? I bet she has. Ah, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Did get a feel from this guy, so... They're not gonna get something as good as her, but they can try. Yeah, that's what we're here for. We need class upgrades. We're not getting it through the proper normal channels, so... Go to a different country. A better one. Shouldn't be hard to find. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Go to a better country, one that doesn't suck. Ordinarily, but... So do you have a country suggestion? Huh. That's probably the one we'll choose. Demi-human one. Shield Frieden. Oh, that one? I like the name Shield Frieden. You know, it's got shield in the title. It's got free in the title. I mean, she's been doing pretty well just kicking, but... Ooh. Yeah, you better get a good rate. It's still a lot of money. Wow. Nice haggling there now for me. I don't swing that way, my man. Well, you'll get used to them. Yeah, exactly. Yes? Of course you do. What are you talking here? Well, you know, of course you weren't gonna get a very pleasant mission from him. That's pretty irresponsible right there. This is how you get crocodiles in the sewer. Yeah, get that shield ready. Nice block. Now, goof, right to the tail. Slice it again, or kick it. Kick it works too. Ooh. Stabbed. And, wow. I was just gonna stomp on it, but that works too. I noticed. It wasn't completely sold. I wasn't completely sold on the talons before, but yeah, I'm starting to get used to them. They're pretty cool. That still was a pretty sucky mission. Pretty shitty mission, you might say. Ah. That's the point of the bandages. And we're getting close. Hope so too. Sure doesn't help when the country refuses to give us any sort of assistance. I don't think that's what that face is about. Yeah, you'll be gone, and she doesn't want to leave you to leave her, so maybe you could bring her with you to your world. Oh, she actually suggested that. I mean, slavery is a little bit frowned upon in Japan, but we could probably work things out. You were totally flirting. Wow, called out. Are you about to kiss her, Philo? Got pretty close. Well, kind of put a stop to that conversation. But they brought, at least they brought it up, so sure we'll talk about that idea later. I mean, Outbreak Company, the main guy, brought a girl back from the other world in a suitcase, briefcase, whatever, to, you know, to his world, so. And Gate did the same thing. Brought some some otherworldly people to the real world. Well then. Yeah, it doesn't look very good at all. It wouldn't last. Wow. Yeah, money is preferable, but I guess we could... Which one? Itsuki, of course it's Itsuki. That's what I was leaning towards. I mean, there have been all sorts of rumors about what he's been up to. Oh, we really are getting close. Hard to believe Raftalia was once an adorable lolly. And yeah, we got Ren and Itsuki together. I mean, heroes aren't really supposed to be together very much, so... The nerve of them. Oh? Well, that's certainly interesting if that's the case. I mean, yeah, we've kind of heard about that sort of thing. Yeah, that's what I assumed. And meanwhile, you know, for now we got food to eat, so... Yes, the Spider-Man responsibility. The Spider-Man, you know, logic. He's actually straight up referencing it. Did you not get that line from Spider-Man? I had a weird feeling that he would be accused of this because he's accused of everything wrong in this world. Do you know? Because he went to go see what it was like up there. That's pretty sad. But not for long. Apparently, it really does, especially if you don't know what you're doing. Yeah, you really didn't help much. Problems that aren't simple, aren't really simple solutions to problems like that. Yeah, are you aware of that, Ren? Because that was a big problem. Get wrecked. Pretty much just laying the truth bombs on these two. Ouch. Yeah, he has nothing to gain from lying. I don't care, okay? Ooh. Oh wow, that's really cool. You look awesome now, Fumi, don't worry. Yeah. I mean, they probably said that no matter what you wore, but still. You got the money. You do? Okay. Welcome aboard, guys. I'll inspect every single coin real quick. Just let me see it. Oh. Well, that's pretty nice of him. Yeah, it's always troublesome when your party members die on you, so let's try to avoid that for our convenience. Yeah, I have little to no tolerance for any sort of betrayal, so keep that in mind. Friends is a strong word. Yes, it is. You shut up. It totally is. Too late to complain about that now. Made contact with, sure, but could have went better. Yeah, Melty. She's a good kid. Doesn't deserve to be a part of such a horrible country. Royalty. Can you feel it in your bones? I don't know. The way you're building a sun makes you think it's going to be worse than the previous wave. I mean, that makes sense. And any sort of video game waves always get more difficult the further you get along. But the heroes do level up to compensate for that, but it depends on how proportional those are, how much more difficult it will be. Okay. There's quite a bit to take in with this episode. As usual, we see more and more people trying to screw over Naofumi, and it's starting to really just irritate me to see people just do that like it's the most natural thing in the world. One thing I'm starting to pick up on is that a lot of these heroes really need to really work on being a decent hero, you know? Because they all seem to pretty much have some shortcomings that they need to work on. Catastrophe returns. In other words, it's time for the next wave. Okay, that was the 10th episode of Rising of the Shield Hero. And this episode, after we pretty much drove Melty away because Naofumi just doesn't like her royal blood, we actually finally got to see what's up with that one guard that was like, Naofumi, wait, I want to talk to you about something, hold on, come back. You know, that Naofumi just kind of ran away from. Apparently him and his group wants to help with fighting the wave alongside of Naofumi because they understand what a great person he is, a good hero he is, what they did for Loot Village, and they want to help with that. Now Naofumi, instead of just saying no, which is kind of what I expected, he was like, I got this thing here. It's 150 silver. Buy it from me, and then we'll talk, Which, yeah, That's fine, I guess. But I was a little bit surprised how easily they agreed to that. They were like, okay, we'll be back with the money later. And then they left. And his party certainly took a bit of issue with that, which, makes sense. It was a little bit messed up, that sort of thing, but at the end of the day, it's their decision whether they want to agree to that or not, so it's not like it's super bad or anything. It's a bit of a bad deal, but it's not like it's a horrible thing for him to do, because it is ultimately their decision. See, what else do we have with this episode? Oh yeah, I went to go do our upgrade thing, which they said cost like 15 gold pieces, which I assume that's not how much it's supposed to cost. I assume they would just picked a really high price as a deterrent, so they could avoid just saying, yeah, we're not gonna do anything for you because you're the shield hero, so go F yourself. I feel like that's what it was, because she looked so shocked when he tossed her the money. So that's when they were like, okay, I guess we have to say it. No, we're not giving you anything. Leave, and then just take his money back and walks away. Just another day in the life of the shield hero, basically. So nothing too surprising with that. And as usual, when the country screws us over, we have to go to unofficial channels, go to our favorite slave trader to work things out. He can't really provide us with what we needed in this regard, but what he can do is tell us where we can go to do it, which is basically go to a different country. He recommended Shield Frieden, which is, like I said, a really interesting name, But I do want to relook at the country names real quick in this part. Yeah, he says go to a different country's hourglass. Then he says there's other countries. Which, yeah, there are other countries besides Melromark. Of course. Okay, we see the map in this shot. Okay, there's a mercenary nation. Yeah, he said, this was what I was a little bit confused on. He said demi-human country Siltvet. Okay, and then he recommended Frieden, which he then said was a demi-human country. Like, are they both, or? Yeah, he mentioned Shield Frieden after that. Are we just supposed to take that demi-human comment as applying to both of them because of the way it was phrased? Yeah, I guess so, because it just really confused me, because I thought maybe I made a mistake there, but no, it was just, the phrasing was a bit odd. Okay, but the point is, Shield of Frieden is also a demi-human country, has Shield in the title, so there's probably a big historical connection between that country and the Shield hero, I would guess, considering how he ties in with demi-humans and all that stuff. So, yeah, that's where we're gonna head off to after that. He does a bit of haggling, we do our sewer mission, and then we start to talk about the whole issue of Naofumi eventually leaving. Because the premise of the show is Naofumi was in his normal world. He opens up a book, is like, oh, wash, I teleported into this weird place with 3 other random heroes. Okay, I guess I'll help you with the waves and then head on home. That's always been the premise, so... It's, going into it that he's eventually going to go home. Well, was going to either die or go home, one of the two. So, that's obviously something that he has to think about. But then once you start to make friends and stuff in this world, that becomes a bit of a different story, because you have to worry about leaving them someday. And Ravtalia, who has Naofumi, made a huge difference in her life. Like, she probably wouldn't even be alive right now if it wasn't for Naofumi. So, and she's fallen in love with him at some point, and to think about him just leaving her one day and her having to be on her own, and that's not a very pleasant thought. But he is well aware of this fact. He's trying to get her to be, independent, self-sufficient, being able to live after he leaves. So Naofumi is obviously thinking about that. Talia is thinking about it too, but in a slightly different way, in a way of like, does this have to be the case? Can't I just go with you? And they brought that up, but we didn't really get too far with that until Philo kind of got jealous and interrupted things, but I'm sure we'll get more into that at some point. But it is definitely something you need to think about. Can you take her with you? It's a big question. And then we got into these refugees or whatever that were in need of help, that Itsuki supposedly helped, but not really, which is very reminiscent of what Ren did, where he helped with a dragon, but not really, because it was still a rotting corpse and became a zombie dragon, and then they both complained to each other about how their jobs are getting stolen from them, even though they're not doing them properly. It's all kind of funny in a bit of a dark way, but Yeah, I love when when they walked over to Nafumi to blame him for all their problems, and he just told them both off. That was great. Even though Itsuki was just like, I don't believe you. You got that, Shield Hero? I just want to let you know that I don't believe you. As if that matters at all. It doesn't. I told you how it is. You can either accept that or you can stick your fingers in your ears and ignore reality. That's not my problem. I did my job. It's not my job to convince you of anything. I just told you how it is, and you deal with that, buddy. Yeah, it feels like it's been a while since we've seen Itsuki, so it's kind of nice to see him again, I suppose. And Ren as well. Now from getting some new gear, I guess, there. And then we had a really interesting scene after that, where they brought him the money that they agreed upon. But not only did he not take the money, he gave them the thing he was selling to them. And then just said, hey, get some nice armor if you're going to be with me. So yeah, that was a pretty nice way to end off that little subplot there. You know, basically it wasn't supposed to be a bribe for him. It was supposed to be, you know, you take care of your own armor and stuff. I'll let you be my party member, but you gotta handle that yourself, which you kind of said way back in episode, like, 1, when those random bandits were, like, saying, yeah, let's party up, man. You know, that scene. It was a little bit like that, except these people actually have good intentions, so it's much different in that regard. But still the same idea, like, hey, you know, you deal with your own armor and equipment and stuff, and I'll let you be in my party, but if you backstab me, you're done, you know. Basically getting that point across, but... yeah, it is nice that he was able to kind of accept them there without, like, going out of character or anything, you know. It was also pretty much within Naofumi's character. And, yeah, it was a pretty good end result of that. Yeah, we talk about some Melty stuff, because Melty, yeah, she's supposed to be the next, you know, ruler. You know, the first princess and all that. So she's supposed to be dealing with various problems, you know. And she's doing her best in that regard. So hopefully things work out for her. We're also talking about the wave. That was mentioned a lot in the episode too. The wave is coming, like, next episode basically, so gotta be ready for that. Yeah, the queen does seem pretty cool from what we've seen of her. I wonder if she ever will meet Naofumi. I hope so, because I do want Naofumi's opinion on the royalty to change a little bit. You know, he's lumping all the royalty of that country together, maybe all royalty in general, even though it's really only the king and Malty that are the problems. From what I've seen, Melty and the queen both seem, you know, pretty cool, pretty fine. If that was the case, it's pretty much only half of the Melromark royalty that's bad, and then there's other countries' royalty, so, you know, I do hope Naofumi can kind of get a bit more open-minded on that, really. I know it's hard with his experiences, but it is doable. Yeah, spend more time with Melty. And that really was sad, just, you know, Philo was obviously best friends with Melty, they were having so much fun together, that was really fun and cute to watch, and then Naofumi's like, I don't want you playing with that girl anymore, you got that, and she just all still looking so sad, and yeah, that was unfortunate. I think things will be mended, and he'll be like, okay, fine, you can hang out with Melty again, it's okay. I think we'll get to that point at some point, probably, but for now, it's pretty sad, you know. No longer able to play together. Because Melty's not going to give up. Melty's still going to, you know, do her best on what her mission is here. Oh yeah, Philo also got some good claws. That's pretty cool. Definitely pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's all I really got to say on the matter. I just look forward to seeing how things go with the next wave. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.